Do you have a plan to increase security in places like that?
The district has up-to-date and well-tested emergency response plans.
Seconds remaining, Jackson. Tiger open!
This program was produced by Lenape District Television.
Nick Webb here with Scott Glossner, and we're at Cherokee High School for an exciting wrestling match between the Seneca Golden Eagles and the Cherokee Chief. Scott, what are your thoughts on tonight's match?
Well, it's going to be a tough one for Seneca. Due to injuries and other things, they're going to have 5 guys out of the lineup, so it's going to be very difficult to overcome that. But that being said, both these teams are getting ready for the last few matches of the regular season. The group championships start on Monday. They're both in the playoffs, one in Group 3 for Seneca, one in Group 5 for Cherokee. So they're both going to be one to get prime and ready for the upcoming rest of the season. So I look for a good matchup here tonight when we have matches.
We'll be right back on LDTV with the rest of tonight's match.
Today's game on LDTV Sports, sponsored by Deborah Heart and Lung Center. For care that's extraordinary, demanddeborah.org. Comegno Law Group, specializing in general and special education law, representing individuals, families, public boards of education, and independent schools. 888-313-IDEA or comegnolaw.com. Zallie's Fresh Kitchen Catering at ShopRite of Medford. For parties large and small, business and family, and more. Fresh ideas, fresh ingredients, fresh results. 855-ZFK menu or on the web at zalliesfreshkitchen.com. And by Heads Up, Eyes Forward. Please never drive distracted. www.lrhsd.org/headsup. For information on how your business can become a sponsor of LDTV Sports, contact Joe Malagrana, LDTV Underwriting Manager, at 609-268-2000, extension 8680, or by email jmalagrana@lrhsd.org.
And we're back here at Cherokee High School. Only a few short minutes until the matchup begins between the Seneca Golden Eagles and the Cherokee Chiefs. We'll be starting off tonight's matchup at 1:26, a matchup between Giovanni Figueroa and Zach Borton. And this will be a tough one for Seneca because they'll have to overcome a lot of forfeited matches, 5 I believe. And now time for our AXA Equitable Keys to the Game, providing millions of customers with life insurance and annuities and other need-based products since 1859. AXA Equitable. Be life confident. And the number on your screen is 732-452-7275. And now, our AXA Equitable Keys to the Game. Big key for Seneca tonight is they must win the close matches. They're already going to be in a 30-point hole with the forfeits, so winning those close matches will be a difference if they want to have a shot at this game. Cherokee really needs to out-wrestle them in the third period. Scott, thoughts on that, Scott?
Yes, I do. My headset wasn't working there. Sorry, Nick. Yeah, if it comes down to the third period and it's a close match, then Cherokee needs to be the better wrestler in that match to try to pull out what might be a 1 or 2 point victory.
And the third key to the game tonight is the bonus points for both teams, of course.
Well, and we know with Seneca having so many wrestlers out of the lineup tonight, they're already giving away a ton of bonus points. So the only question is, can they make up those bonus points in other matches? This is a tough Cherokee squad. That's a tall order for the Golden Eagles tonight. But as I said earlier, most importantly, these teams are just trying to get themselves ready for what is going to be the beginning of the postseason for them on Monday night. They've got a couple dual matches this weekend. But, you know, it's geared now towards the group championships and then the individual and the districts and regionals and so on.
Now for introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please direct your attention to the mat and join Cherokee Wrestling head coach Mike Booth and his staff for a special ceremony. In keeping with chief tradition, we would like to recognize the seniors in the program.
So it looks like we have a senior night here tonight at Cherokee. I wasn't aware of that. That's always a nice honor that they do pretty much at all schools for all sports at one time or another. Just to thank the students for their participation for the last, many of them 4 years, obviously. But also the parents for their dedication in getting the kids to whatever the sport might be, the practices, time-wise. You know, certainly if you're going to swimming practice, it's an odder time than, you know, football or wrestling right after school. So, kudos.
Absolutely. Senior night and emotional night for many seniors. And we're going now to our AXA Equitable Sideline Report, providing millions of customers with life insurance and annuities and other need-based products since 1859. AXA Equitable. Be life confident. 732-452-7275. And now let's send it over to Alexis for the report.
I had a chance to speak with Coach Bauer from Seneca. He's starting 8 sophomores and had 6 graduated seniors last year. With a young team, they had to get creative with the lineup. But that's completely the main focus for today was to focus on. The main focus was to make sure to keep themselves confident and to make sure that they have success during their playoff season. I also had a chance to speak with Coach Booth from Cherokee. He said that they want to carry out their success and to continue on focus on conditioning and working hard throughout the playoff season. Thank you, and back to you.
Thanks a lot, Alexa.
Great job there by Alexa, getting, you know, a couple of words with both of the head coaches before we start tonight's matchup. I talked earlier, Nick, about making the playoffs. Cherokee is a number 4 seed in the South Jersey Group 5, and they will host Williamstown High School here, which is going to be a rematch of a match just last weekend when Cherokee beat Williamstown.
And we'll be back soon with the beginning of tonight's match.
All right, we're back here at Cherokee. They've just had the toss of the disc to determine who has the odd and even matches. I saw that Seneca did win the flip, but I wasn't able to make out from the referee, who has his backdrop facing the scoring table, who has what matches. So I'm guessing it may have been Seneca with the even, but we'll find out at the end of the first period. That's a whole different story. Zach Borton and JoJo Figueroa, 126, and here's Nick Webb.
All right, we're back. Seneca High School. Borton goes in for a attack. And they're locked. It'll be important for momentum to see who get the first land of the night.
Both guys trying to get the other wrestler moving to get an angle for a good shot in there. Out of bounds, back to the center.
Both Zach Borton and JoJo Figueroa, sophomores.
Borton went in for a single. He's still working on trying to dump here. Got the elbow, but lost the leg, and now Figueroa trying to come around behind, but Zach Borton does a nice job of keeping square, face head to head, so to speak. Can't let your opponent get that angle and then get around behind for the takedown. Good job by Figueroa to counter Borton's shot, an equally good counter by Borton on Figueroa's spin behind his head.
Still locked scoreless in our first match.
Borton again in there with the right elbow of Figueroa. What he's trying to do is get to that ankle and then maybe dump him on his hip, and he's still trying. Now he needs to circle a little harder. Just didn't circle quite hard enough to get around, and it allowed Figueroa to get that hip back up off the mat.
Figueroa attempting to break free so he can get around for the takedown.
No control yet. Now Zach's got to hang in there and keep circling left. Figueroa's got to try to get behind and hook that leg.
Only
I don't
3
think
seconds
we're going to get it here. So Seneca winning that flip shows the even matches, so that's why that's why Cherokee had choice here at the start of period number 2.
Figueroa will be looking for the escape here. Borton tries to contain.
Looking for a crossface here, try to grab that far bicep or tricep. Figueroa doing a nice job of hand control there to prevent Borton from an offensive attack with the crossface series.
Good control there by Borton as Figueroa attempts an escape.
Hooks what we call a Western ride. You see how he hooked Figueroa's left leg with his right leg. That's called a Western ride. Sometimes used to, if you can spin it out, you can break the man down a little bit flatter and start to work him from his belly as opposed to his base. Figueroa's up to his feet. Borton trying to bring him back down and can't do it. Back into a situation very similar to how we ended the first period.
Borton locked into that right at.
I was going to say, could very easily be a stalemate call. Neither man able to better their position, so they were stalemated. Referee stops it and we'll start again in the referee's position, with Figueroa on the bottom and Borton on the top.
Figueroa goes for the quick move, but Borton stays on top of him. In a matchup as close as this, Scott, you got to imagine whoever gets those first points was in a good position to win the match.
Absolutely. Zach Borton's done a great job of riding him out here. He's only got about approximately 15 seconds more to go, and he's done it without getting a stall call, which is pretty impressive because he keeps trying to work. There, he finally gets it. I wondered if it would come. Warning for stalling, meaning he's not really trying to make an attempt to turn his opponent over to get near fall points. More just riding, and that'll get more and more prevalent as the season postseason comes, especially when you get into districts, regionals, and states where they call it much quicker than they often do in regular season matchups. Looks like Borton's going to do a great job of riding Figueroa the entire 2 minutes. So now Borton will probably take bottom, and if he escapes, we're going to be on our feet, and a takedown will win it either way, probably.
Now this defensive position is the first for Borton. Zach's fighting to get to his feet.
Like Figueroa's looking to try to throw a crossface cradle in here. He's got the crossface locked in pretty good on the tricep of Borton.
He lost the leg but quickly regained it.
And Borton broke. Good hand control by Borton to break loose there. Now he's got to get moving. There's about 30 seconds gone in the period now. He's got the set. He's on his feet. He's on his feet. There's a warning against Figueroa for stalling, not attempting to bring the man back down to the mat. Kind of just hanging on. So if either of the wrestlers gets another stalling call, it would be a point for the other wrestler.
Figueroa will have to switch to a more offensive strategy to avoid losing that point.
Nice near chop breakdown there on the arm by Figueroa to get Borton to his hip.
Borton's fighting to stay face down.
Figueroa trying to work a one-on-one tilt there.
Borton gets to his feet for a second.
But very nearly locked hands. I couldn't tell. The referee didn't see it, so obviously it didn't happen, but it was pretty close. .15 now. Borton needs to just turn in and get away. He's only got 8 seconds. And he's not gonna do it. Oh my. Wow, what a job by Figueroa to hang on to the back of the knee of Zach Borton. Now we go to a 1-minute overtime. If either wrestler scores, more often than not, it's a takedown. Unless he takes him right to his back for a pin, the match will end with the first point scored. We had no takedown when these two were on their feet in the first period.
No scoring at all.
No scoring at all, that's right.
Figueroa's fighting to get around.
This is the third or fourth time that we've seen that, and that's going to do it. They'll take the overtime takedown for JoJo Figueroa is good for a 2-0 win. Chiefs get the first team points on the board with an overtime victory by JoJo Figueroa, 2-0. Take the team score lead of 3-0.
And both teams talked about winning those close matches, and that's going to hurt for Seneca.
Yep.
That was such an even
Tough
matchup.
one. And he was so close to getting out there at the end of regulation. 132 pounds brings us Seneca's Andrew Knorr and Cherokee's Ryan Rhodes.
Both wrestlers fighting for position. He has the leg. Knorr has the leg.
defense
Rhodes evades
here.
there.
Yeah, nice whizzer there. You see right with that left arm into the armpit area there. Oh, Spladle attempt.
Looks like Rhodes is going to come behind for the takedown.
And he does get the first takedown of the match. And back points. And a fall.
That's a pin.
1 minute, 2 seconds.
Strong start for Cherokee tonight, Scott.
And here comes this should be a very good matchup here between Cooper Pontelandolfo from Cherokee and Nico Bargotis. So Bogardis.
Now time for an Ivy Rehab replay. Sorry about that. LDTV Sports replay.
We're waiting Pontelandolfo with a shot defended by Bogardis. We're going to come back to the replay just a little bit from now. Going to give him a takedown there on the line.
And Coach Bauer's not happy about it.
No, he's just, asking. I think he thought that because his wrestler was so far out of bounds, his one foot was almost touching the wood floor there, that constituted a dangerous situation, and it should have probably been a potentially dangerous bring him back to the center type of thing.
That's
Referee Sean Reynolds didn't agree, and Pontelandolfo has the takedown and leads 2-0.
Bogardis will be looking to escape here and get on the board. Gets to his feet, but is driven out of bounds. Uh-oh, looks like we have an injury.
And Nico's had a bad shoulder for bad shoulder, bad leg. Well, I shouldn't say bad shoulder, bad leg, all these guys are banged up. It's late in the season. They've been wrestling hard now for since mid-December, so you're 4 and 5 matches a week, and quads on the weekends, and so everybody gets a little banged up as the season goes along. So we'll see what this has to tell here. He gets a 1.5 minute injury time.
And while we're taking the injury time out, we're going back to the pin with the replay.
Nice job here of the Western ride that I described earlier, and then a version of what we used to call a 3/4 Nelson, which and then he positions himself nicely weight-wise and eventually gets both shoulder blades down for the count. And the pin for Ryan Rhodes.
And Bogardis just staying in.
Yeah, Nico looks like he's not comfortable. I'll just leave it. And Cooper Pontelandolfo will go to work on top. Looking for a Turk here, and he's got it. Hooked up now. Nice job. Good defense there by Nico Bargotis. Bogardus. I do that all the time, even when I announce them at home. Nice tilt by Pontelandolfo. Is going to end up with 3 near fall points to make it 5-0. Referee holding up the little C means caution, means the wrestler started his movement before the referee's whistle blew, and that one was called on Bogardus. You're allowed 2 for free, and on the third one they start giving points to the other wrestler. Another's because they're looking for another tilt here, and he's got it. See referee counting to 5. That gets a 3-point near fall. And he's got him back up there again. Less than 5. Looked like that may have been a 3, so he'll only get 2 points as of now, and that looks like all he's going to get here on this.
As the clock winds down in the
near fall.
First period.
Nope, guess he only got a 1 count. So 8-0. End of the first period. Pontelandolfo will choose bottom to start period number 2. Pontelandolfo to his feet now, trying to work for the hand control, and there's the escape. Makes it now 9-0.
Pontelandolfo fighting for position there. He's moving around.
Gonna go out of bounds, back to the start, back to the center for a fresh start. See if Nico Bogardus of Seneca can get off on the whistle here and escape a reversal. Pontelandolfo on the other side, looking to turn him for more back points. Pontelandolfo doing a nice job of riding under the arms there of Bogardus. If you notice, his arms are never draped over or anything. They're always under Nick, and that's how he controls the shoulders and ultimately the hips of an opponent.
And that control is leading to getting all the back points he's been getting.
That is correct. Here comes another set here. Nice catch. Notice how he caught. Notice how he caught Nico's leg with Cooper's foot there, and elevating it to expose Bogardus' back for the 5 count, which then gets him 3 more points and makes the score 14. And if he'd get a 5 count here, it's going to be tech fall, and that's it.
2 seconds, 1. He's able to get it. That's tech fall.
Yeah, it's a tech fall whenever you get 15 points ahead, and this time it's at the end of 2 periods instead of 6 points for a regular fall. It's what they call a technical fall. It's worth 5 points.
Let's hope Bogardus' shoulders are all right.
Ian Manahan of Seneca, of Cherokee, and Corey Seidel of Seneca. This should be a good matchup here. Oh, that might be Natty Lipinski, my mistake. Yeah, it is Natty Lipinski. So both he and Manahan can go 45 or 52, and Lipinski's going to be the one to go up against Corey Seidel here.
Corey Seidel is one of Seneca's best wrestlers, 16-5 on the season. And that's the takedown. Lipinski starts with a 2-0 lead. Seneca not yet on the board. And then there's another caution.
Oh, that was very close to a locked hands there.
Corey Seidel looking for an escape here to get on the board.
Very nice.
Good escape by Seidel.
Yeah, you notice how he isolated the one wrist and just kept, you know, in circle, 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 and eventually got himself where Natty Lipinski didn't have any control of him anymore, came to his feet. Nice escape. Gets under, go with a little duck under move there, but good defense by Lipinski. Little tug on the head there would have helped that.
Takedown here by Seidel will take the lead. But that's the end of the first period.
Seneca's going to have choice. Seneca defers. Corey Seidel with a nice 2-on-1 there, trying to tilt up, much like we saw Cooper Pantolandolfo do in the last match. Good job, though, of breaking free. And now there's a nice reversal by Lipinski. Puts him up 4-1 now.
Yeah, Corey Seidel had to fight to stay off his back there, let alone defend the reversal.
Seidel working back up to his base. And he's got to trying to put a series of moves together. Defended nicely by Lipinski, but that's what you got to do. You got to put together a combination. Now he's trying to circle out in front and face him, maybe get away that way, try to get an escape again as he did in period number 1.
That would make this a 2-point game.
And referee calls for a stalemate, no improvement of the position. There it was, same way as he did before. Nice work by Corey Seidel to make it 4-2.
2-point game, a takedown will tie it.
Oh, very nice single. Froze him, similar to the first shot of the match when he scored. And he captures the ankle, nice job.
Seidel trying to get away to the sideline, but he just can't make it. Did he get the escape off in time?
No, he did not. Another stalemate.
This could be a shutout if Corey does not come.
Corey could get shut out of takedowns now. Here's another escape. That's what Nick and I were just talking about. So Corey knows if he gets shut out, so to speak, with the takedowns, he's not going to win this match. So he needs to get one here. Lipinski, a nice low single, though, again.
You can't make a comeback off escapes.
May result in another one of the stalemate calls again here in another few seconds if nothing improves. Yep, and there it is.
There's the call.
So the stalemate, neither wrestler was going to get it. You know, they were just going to stay. They could have stayed there for a long time, and that's not going to help either of them. You know, you try to give the wrestlers every opportunity to score points and win the match, or be defeated, if you will. Unfortunately for one of them, with the maximum amount of time allotted.
If Corey breaks the takedown shutout in this match, it could become a 1-point game. But with only 45 seconds left in the period, he's got to make a move quick.
It's a good point. He doesn't have time on his side at this point, Nick. And Lipinski's doing a nice job, though, defending with his hands. Corey Seidel looking for a throw of some sort here. He doesn't have a takedown yet. He is behind him. He back trips and tilts, and he's going to get a stall, but no takedown.
Oh.
It's got to be. I was going to say it's got to be a takedown. So now, you know, it's a 1-point match, 7 seconds. You got two options here. You either try to crash into him, get him in a pinning combination, cradle, something like that, or you let him go up and try to take him down one more time in the last 7 seconds. Looks like he's going to try to tilt him up here. Corey's just going to run out of time here this evening. Nice job by Matty Lipinski.
Close match.
Was a close match. Another second close match that has gone for Cherokee's way. Coach Bauer talked about that, you know, win the close matches, and that just didn't happen tonight.
And now, at 152, sophomore Logan Chestnut comes out to play against Ian Manahan. Chestnut with 4 wins this season, 3 of them by falls. Manahan trying to out-muscle Chestnut. Chestnut spins around and catches the leg before he can get the takedown.
Deep double leg shot
Takedown.
and takedown, and Manahan takes the 2-0 lead.
Back points. Chestnut fighting to get off his back.
Camera might be able to pick up the 2 fingers that you see the referee holding down by his knee. That's to signify to the wrestler, right, you've gotten your 2 count, but you're in the same exact type hold. So I can't turn you with a certain hold you there, bring you back up, and turn you right back over with the same hold. You have to break and change the hold, or I'm not going to give you your points yet. And you saw when he broke that hold and they went back on top, he got his 2 points. So that's why you saw the referee's hand down there by his knee holding out 2 fingers.
Chestnut looking for an escape here. But the period runs out.
Cherokee will have choice. They defer. Seneca chooses neutral.
Going for a double leg. Chestnut's on his feet. He fights off the hands.
It was a good job there. Oh, nice dump.
Oh,
Now he's going to keep that on. And Logan Chestnut's in trouble.
there's the pin.
2 minutes and 28 seconds.
And we're about to see the LDTV replay of the pin. Manhand just muscling him to the ground there.
Just, stronger. But it all started with a very nice shot and dump and a good finish. And knowing how to finish is quite part of the battle as well.
And we're back at 160 with Tyler Atkins-Ingling and Salvatore Taliaferro. And
Sal.
equipment.
Yep, loses the headgear, so when you're wrestling, they try to stop it as quickly as possible so you don't get those cauliflower ears like you see a lot of old-time wrestlers have. Both wrestlers looking for some sort of opening, and then they go into a collar tie, trying to get some sort of an upper body advantage there.
Atkins goes for the shot. Good defense there. He's trying to spin it for the takedown, but Atkins evades. Spins the other way.
Try to throw by there, which smart move.
Still trying to get around. Has Atkins by the leg. Atkins still manages to fight. And he has the two.
That's textbook defense there by Salvatore Tagliaferro. Defended the shot first with the hands and then really did a nice job of putting the pressure on Atkins-Ingling until he got him to, all the way to his belly, and then it was a rather easy spin behind. So very, very nice defensive wrestling, turning into scoring points.
See if Atkins could fight out for a escape.
He will have choice in the second period. Coach defers. And Cherokee chooses defense. With a 2-point lead for Tagliaferro.
Looking for throw, and he gets him back on the ground, but he's quickly trying to escape again, and there it is. Tagliaferro goes for a one-leg shot.
Now it's Atkins-Ingling's turn to try to defend, much like Tagliaferro did to him in the first period of this matchup. Oh, nice job. Good finish
And
there.
there's the takedown.
Sat him back down to his hip, and that's not a place you want to be when you're the defensive wrestler. Tagliaferro a 5-0 lead.
Able to wrestle his arm out from under him.
Nice job of Tagliaferro by making Atkins England carry his weight. Third period choice will go to Seneca.
Cherokee still leads with a 5-0.
Seneca has chosen to go onto their feet to start the third period. Figuring Atkins England didn't have that much success on top and wasn't able to get out from the bottom very easily. So Coach Bauer going to throw a little, change it up here for him. Maybe change his luck as well.
That and England needing to make up 5 points and in a hurry. Escapes aren't going to make it. England goes for the one-leg shot. Good defense, flipped around.
After a nice little flurry, nice takedown ends up by Tyler Atkins England. Now he's got a minute to try to turn him.
England fighting for position.
Looks like from the way he's riding from our angle, he's got the, I thought he had a cross face on, but he doesn't. Actually,
almost got the escape.
doing a nice job there of holding onto the arm. Now he's got to work. He's only got 20 seconds. If he gives something up now, what's 6-2 versus, he's got to turn him, and he's only got 20 seconds. And I got to tell you that Tagliaferro's doing a great job of making it very difficult to turn him at this point.
Great reversal by Tagliaferro.
And there's the reversal. Final score of 7-2.
And this will be, I believe, Billy Westerby accepting the forfeit. Never mind. Will Decker will be wrestling 170 today, looks like.
No, you're right. That's the forfeit. Now Decker, and he's going to get Zane Clinshaw.
Clinshaw typically wrestles 170 for Cherokee, but I guess they'd rather have a senior doing the wrestling than a freshman.
It's very possible. It's good thought, Nick. They want to give. They know one's got a forfeit, one's not going to get a match, and Zane Clinshaw, the senior, Coach Booth may have said, you know what, you're getting the match tonight. But it also tells you that Billy Westerby can go out at 170, so he very often, if he's wrestling 170 at times, he can make that weight. But it also means he's giving away some weight when he's up at the 182-pound weight class. So.
Good takedown start by Zane Clinshaw.
Nice throw by there by Zane Clinshaw.
Decker looking to get on his feet. And there's the escape.
Good work. Decker with a nice job of getting hand control and then getting the hips free and then circling up to his feet. So well done, Will. Let's see if Clinshaw, he got the first takedown of the match.
Score 2-1, Cherokee, as the first period ends. Clinshaw fighting for the escape, and he gets it. Score 3-1 Cherokee.
Working an underhook now. Underhook and front headlock. Good defense, good hand defense there by Will Decker. Good hand and forearm defense to prevent Clinshaw from getting into his leg. Clinshaw had a nice underhook in on the right side, or on the left side.
Decker shoots. Defense by Clinshaw.
Front headlock there. This is what he got in the takedown with the first time off that front headlock. He did a nice throw by. Good job by Decker to circle back out to his feet. Get out of what could have been a precarious situation. In a front headlock applied by Zane Clinshaw. Nice shot. Very nice high single.
Decker's getting thrown.
Switch it to a double for the takedown.
Looks like it will be a pin.
No, not yet. Decker's going to fight it. Everything he's got. He's almost got to his belly, and now he does. Go out of bounds. Near fall for Clinshaw, but a nice job by Decker to fight it off because...
That's a tough one to get out of.
Yeah, Clinshaw had it pretty cinched in, so...
Now for a replay of that.
There's the high C's at this point, switch to a double, and then notice how he goes, once he hits the mat, he throws that half Nelson in. Clinshaw a little high there. He'd probably be better off if he was chest to chest where the bulk of his weight is. But he's pinned a lot of guys, so that's a good job by Decker, and adds an escape to it, so now it's 8-2. Decker's in on a single. Got Clinshaw. Now if he can get him, but time runs out. He's either setting up the treetop, push the leg way up, where you lose your balance, or a back trip or front trip, either one. Third period coming now. Will Decker will choose bottom.
Now, it was a great job by Decker escaping that pin, but with the back points, he dug himself in a little bit of a hole.
He has.
So he's going to need some points if he wants to chance of winning this one.
Another very close locked hands there.
Decker looks like he might escape on this one.
Clinshaw looking for a near side cradle there. Now goes back out front to that front headlock, which he liked so much in the first period.
Decker stands up. It's an escape. And there's that headlock again.
Yep. And the nice little spin behind. Second time he's used that one.
Good escape by Decker.
30 seconds to go. Clinshaw up by 6. If he would get another takedown, it would get his margin up to 8, which would then be a major decision and 4 points instead of 3. Don't think in the overall scheme of the match it's going to make much difference, that 1 point, but in a tight match, you know, and playoffs coming up, and same thing with Decker to avoid giving up that major.
Good move by Decker there, pulling him out.
He's actually trying to snap him down to the mat, and much like Clinshaw did, that snap and spin type maneuver. 10-4 victory for Zane Clinshaw. Just a regular decision. Increases Cherokee's team lead, though, to 35-0.
Now we'll likely see Brandon Noble for Cherokee and Joe Hartman for Seneca.
Quick takedown for Noble, snap and spin.
He's working the back tilt.
Quick transition there by Brandon Noble, and there's the fall in 45 seconds. Quick transition from that tilt right into the pinning combination, and there it was.
There's that replay.
You can see he's in a tilt situation right here.
So he gets the back points.
He's getting the back points. Once he has his 5, he doesn't want to let him off his back. And a very nice transition, catching the head, what we call framing the face there. Now we have a series of 4.
Will Smith and Aiden Geisenheimer just took their forfeits.
Nick Armando now getting his forfeit. And Brady Bimmer at 113, also a forfeit. Again, Seneca having a couple of guys injured, a couple of guys out of the lineup in addition, and so that's why. So we're already at the last match of the night. Hunter Nixon from Seneca and Andrew Armando from Cherokee. And this should be one of the marquee matchups that we talked about. I talked about with the coaching staff earlier this evening, and both said that this is a great test for each of these young wrestlers. They have already wrestled this year earlier at a Christmas tournament, and Nixon did come out on top. So we'll see what happens here in the rematch.
Nixon with 83 career wins. One of Seneca's best wrestlers. And they're out of bounds.
Each wrestler trying to get some sort of hand control over the other, to try to move them around. Again, create those angles so you can attack. Much more difficult to attack when you're attacked from an angle as opposed to straight on.
The match over at this point. This is a big test for both of these players as they come into the playoff.
And this may very well be one of the reasons why Seneca took even matches, because both the 145-pound match, which was a tight battle between Matty Lipinski and Corey Seidel, and the Nixon match here would give Seneca the choice at the end of the first period. Armando in deep on the legs. Nixon hanging on defensively here. Looks like we're going to run out of time without any takedown being attained by either wrestler. Now as we start period number 2, Hunter Nixon will choose bottom.
Nixon looking for the escape, and Nixon draws first blood.
Very similar styles here on their feet. You can both almost looking for the same type of, a little snap, get them off balance. They're each behind the neck of their opponent. Got to tell you, Nick, it wouldn't shock me if both wrestlers got warned for stalling here. Just about that time in, Hunter Nixon takes a nice shot by the edge of the mat. There wasn't a lot of offense being shown here. Even attempts, you know what I mean?
I agree, Scott. Both players looking to avoid being on the receiving end of that first takedown.
Right. You're absolutely right. They're looking to not make a mistake.
And they're drawn out of bounds again. That's the end of that second quarter.
So I can't imagine that Andrew Armando would take anything but down, and he does. So 1-0 lead for Hunter Nixon as we go to the third period.
If he can keep Armando down here, he can maintain his lead. Oh, good throw by Nixon.
Now he's got to tie him up. And Armando's got to get hand control back again like he had there just for momentarily.
Looking for the escape. Nixon has the arms under the armpits. Nixon tying him up on top. There's the stalemate.
45 seconds approximately into this period to round it off.
Gets to his feet right away, but Nixon throws him down once again, but he's looking to fight. Nixon tying him up on top.
One-on-one on the near side here. Looking to tilt it up there.
Gets to his feet, but Nixon runs him down.
And almost turns him, got him on his hip, but didn't throw a half right there. He had him on his hip where he kind of wanted him. Trying to get a tilt there on the far side.
He's getting to his feet, but Dixon throws him yet again.
And now looks almost for backs there. Again, it was very close. All right, he's got 12 more seconds here to ride him out. And Hunter Nixon will get the win for Seneca. Andrew Armando has the same amount of time to try and get out. Escape will tie it. Reverse could win it.
Gets to his feet right away. And
Another good mat return.
Is that
almost,
a fourth throw?
And almost a tilt. Another good. Now he's got 4 seconds to ride him. And he's going to ride him out. Nice job by Hunter Nixon. Rides out the third period and gets the Golden Eagles on the board in the final match of the evening with a 1-0 decision over Andrew Armando.
You know, tough match as a whole for Seneca, but they ended on a positive note there.
Absolutely. So it does prevent a shutout from happening, which is good news.
Final score of the match, 65-3. 65 Cherokee Chiefs, 3 Seneca Golden Eagles. And you know, tonight Seneca was really fighting an uphill battle with all the forfeits they had to take on. They were in a 30-point hole, and so it was a tough day from the start.
Yes, it was, and you know, they came, they fought. And you know, as I said, they're both headed to the playoffs, and so they've got work to do, as they always do.
And LDTV Sports Productions are available online at youtube.com/LenapDistrictTV and for purchase at www.lrhsd.org/LDTV copies. We'll be back for our next game with the Shawnee Renegades at Seneca High School. And,
so, you know, now they clean up the gym a little bit, but Seneca was undermanned tonight. We saw that. Cherokee was very methodical, even in some of the matchups that we saw. The 2 close matches we had both went Cherokee's way, and that's something.
Both 1-point games.
Both one. No, one was a 2 in overtime, but you know, it was tied 0-0 basically.
0-0.
But I think those are something.
And we're going now.
We're gonna take a break now, and we're gonna send it to some sponsors and some messages, and then we'll come back with our play and player of the match.
Thank you, Scott.
Today's game on LDTV Sports, sponsored by Deborah Heart and Lung Center. For care that's extraordinary, demanddeborah.org. Comegno Law Group, specializing in general and special education law, representing individuals, families, public boards of education, and independent schools. 888-313-IDEA or ComegnoLaw.com. Zallie's Fresh Kitchen Catering at ShopRite of Medford. For parties large and small, business and family, and more. Fresh ideas, fresh ingredients, fresh results. 855-ZFK menu or on the web at zalliesfreshkitchen.com. And by Heads Up, Eyes Forward. Please never drive distracted. www.lrhsd.org/headsup. For information on how your business can become a sponsor of LDTV Sports, contact Joe Malagrana, LDTV Underwriting Manager, at 609-268-2000, extension 8680, or by email jmalagrana@lrhsd.org. LDTV programming can now be viewed on the LDTV YouTube page. Viewers can find a large variety of video content, including current and previous seasons of series such as We Teach and Where Are They Now, as well as LDTV's game show, Picture This. The page also features highlights from past and present LDTV awards, showcasing student video productions from around the district. You can also catch Lenape District varsity sports action with the latest LDTV sports broadcasts. Check out all the best shows, sports, and educational videos on LDTV's YouTube page at youtube.com/LenapeDistrictTV.
All right. And we're back here at Cherokee High School after the conclusion of the matchup between the Cherokee Chiefs and the Seneca Golden Eagles. Final score of the match was 65-3.
See the Cherokee wrestlers there rolling up the mat. They got to put it back, and then they'll bring it back out again when they need it.
And it is time now for the Reconstructive Orthopedics Wrestler of the Match. 1-800-896-RECON or on the web at www.reconstructiveortho.com. Let's send it down to Alexa for standing by for the interview.
Thanks, guys. So take us through your mentality going into that overtime during your match.
So when it became overtime, I'm like, I have to score 2. I can't give up 2 because I know I should have beaten this kid the first 3 periods. I shouldn't have gone into overtime. And when it went into overtime, I'm just like, I know I'm tired out, but I have to take a shot. And like, I've been wrestling with him since we were like elementary school, so I know what he likes to do. My dad told me what he was gonna do before this match started, and then once he took a shot in, I had to keep a firm base, and then
All right, thank you. All right, back to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Alexa. And again, that was Giovanni Figueroa, who won the first match of the game in overtime.
You know, there wasn't any doubt what was going to happen in the final score. When you're giving away 30 points against a team that's, you know, 4th-ranked team in Group 5 in South Jersey, you're not going to overcome that. But that first match would have been a trendsetter, and great job by JoJo.
And it's time now to take the look at the All-State Good Hands Play of the Game, sponsored by Michael McDyer, CLTC, 609-654-1426, or Michael McDyer at allstate.com. Allstate, you're in good hands. And this is the pin on Will Decker by Zane Clinshaw.
No, this is 195. That's Brandon Noble there with the pin on
Joe Hartman.
But what I liked about this is he's got him in a tilt situation here, and he's really got his points. He's got his points. And how he frames the face and doesn't let Joe Hartman get off his back, keeps him there, and eventually Brandon Noble finished the pin in 45 seconds.
Absolutely.
So that's our Michael McDyer, I guess you'd call it play of the match.
Play of the match.
So there you see the final score. The Cherokee Chiefs 65, the Seneca Golden Eagles 3. For everybody in the truck, all of our crew and everybody else, I'm Scott Glossner. Nick Webb with a heck of a job on the play-by-play. And we'll see you next time here on LDTV.
Thank you, Scott.
This program was produced by Lenape District Television.
Do you have a plan to increase security in places like that?
The district has up-to-date and well-tested emergency response plans